Hello, my beautiful friends. I hope you're doing amazing. Today, we're going to be talking about some new makeup, if that's something you'd be interested in. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Audrey. Thank you so much for being here. Please consider subscribing down below before you leave. We talk about makeup over here. I'm just a mom who loves makeup, and that's what we do. And if you're returning, hi, hello, welcome. I love and appreciate you, and let's get started. If you're interested in anything that's on my face today or anything that I mentioned, everything is always linked down in the description box. Some of those links are affiliated links, and that just means if you choose to shop through them, I do receive a small commission at no extra cost to you. But if you don't want to shop through them, just watching the video in itself is support. Thank you for supporting my channel dreams. Okay, let's get back to it. All right, we've got some exciting new makeup to talk about. Some new to me, some super new to the market. I am so excited to be talking about this makeup today. Okay, so let's start with this moisturizer. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's not makeup, but I mean, I use a good moisturizing base before I put down any foundation because I have dry skin. All of my foundation stuff is in the description box. I'm 29 years old. I have dry, textured, acne prone skin. And I've had 5 children, so we go up and down waves of my skin. It's seen a lot. I have a lot of breakouts and a lot of stuff happening. So I always use a moisturizer before I go in with a foundation. And this moisturizer, this is from Florasis. I don't remember the name exactly, and I don't remember the price. I'll put that on the screen somewhere. But this is incredible. First of all, I mean, I know it's peach. It's like peach priming moisturizer. The packaging is gorgeous. I mean, it even kind of reminds me of peaches. Like, it's so beautiful. It's glass. You unscrew the top, and then it's like, it's got this awesome shape to it. And this scent, okay, it's got like a really light peachy scent, but it's not like a candy peach. It's not like a fake peach. It's like a peachy floral almost, and it's like a light peachy color, and it feels so incredible on the face. It's moisturizing and it's almost kind of cooling. I mean, it is probably my new top favorite. It is so beautiful. It's so just, I love the moisturizing aspect of it. This is not the first time I've used it either. I've used it like 3 or 4 times, and I'm going to continue to use it and repurchase it because it's incredible from Florasis. They just came out with it. I love it so much. So good. Okay, next I use this. Okay, so I don't know. I didn't buy this when it first launched because I was like, I have so many foundations, but here we are. Hi, my name's Audrey, and I have a problem. So I bought this new Christian Louboutin foundation. This is in the shade 10 and Ivory Nude, and it is a little bit yellow, unfortunately. It leans a little bit more on the yellow side of neutral, but I can make it work. I don't think the foundation match is super bad. It's not like extremely yellow. I think that like blending it down my neck and bronzing and all the things makes it look a little bit more cohesive. So there's that. It does run a teeny bit more yellow than I would like. But the packaging is gorgeous. It's so luxe. It's glass. It's got this really beautiful cap. It's got the red on the inside. I've never tried anything from Louboutin except this. This is my first dive into it. This foundation is probably the most full coverage foundation I've ever put on my face. And I love it. I am so into it. This, like, it did look pretty dry in the beginning. I went in with the moisturizer and then the foundation, and it was dry. It was clinging to some areas I didn't really enjoy. The powder that I'm going to talk about in a minute really did help with that, which is crazy to me because I'm like scared of using powder, but the powder helped. And then I did spray my face at the end of my application with my Milk makeup setting spray that really helps tone down any kind of cakey dryness that's happening. And I think right now it looks incredible. I think that this is going to be a foundation, and I've had it on for a good hour. I think that it's going to be one that's going to really settle into your skin. At least, I mean, my skin. My oils are going to start kind of coming through, and it's going to look better as the day goes on rather than worse. Because, I mean, it's not super settling into any of my fine lines. It looks really nice for a full coverage. I mean, full coverage. Like this is covering everything up. And I love that. I have a lot of redness and I have a lot of freckles. And sometimes I want to cover everything up. We are in the age of skin tints and natural looking foundation. And sometimes I want something like this. So if you want, if anything I said, like, resonated with you full coverage wise, this is a really good one. I really, really like it. I keep looking at it, keep trying to find something wrong with it. And I mean, really, I think that it looks actually pretty good. I mean, the only downside I guess I can think of is that with dry skin, you are going to have to do a little bit more prepping. I did use the moisturizer. I did spray my face afterwards. I did use a good powder on top to kind of melt everything together. And then the application method that I use. So I recently watched Lisa Eldridge's new video, and I can link her channel and that video down below. So she talked about, and it blew my mind. She's incredible. So when I do my foundation, if I have like a little bit too much, not foundation, excuse me, when I do my eyeshadow, if I have a little bit too much color, I go in with a clean brush and blend everything together. And I've never ever thought about doing that with my foundation, like my base products. So I applied the foundation first with my BK 101, and then I went over it with my Haus foundation brush that had no product on it. And I think that application actually helped with this thicker, more full coverage foundation on my dry skin. So I mean, I think I have hit a new high of, oh my gosh, this is going to change my makeup game. So I hope that helps you if you've been considering this, if it's a little too thick. If any of your foundations that you own are just a little bit too much, I would try that, because this worked well for me and I was expecting it to be too thick. So that's enough on that. Let's move on to the next thing, but I'm floored. That technique helped a lot. So, okay. Next, I went in with the RMS Uncover Up concealer. I picked mine up in the shade 000, so 3 zeros. I picked this RMS concealer up when I purchased the new bronzer that we're going to talk about in a minute, but I'd always thought about this concealer. It was always on my mind, and I decided just to add it to cart when I was buying the bronzer. So, this is a pot concealer, and I think that it's very thin. It is not a thick formula. It's very forgiving. It's very thin and very forgiving. And I think that it actually worked incredible with that more full coverage foundation that I used today. So, because I mean, at least for me and my dry skin, if I'm going to wear a full coverage foundation, putting a super full coverage concealer on top of that might be a little too much. So I think that this worked actually super well with the full coverage. It's very thin, very lightweight, very not creasy, very, very gorgeous. I just went in with my concealer brush that I love, the Angie Hot and Flashy BK Beauty, the Kitten Paw one. And I just went straight into this little pot with that and then went onto my face, and it looks awesome. It covered up my acne pretty well. I think that I could use a little bit more coverage on my acne spots, but I mean, they're there. It is what it is. They're here to visit. Hopefully they'll leave soon. They're like unwanted guests. But this really surprised me. I'm excited to keep using this. This was my very first time trying this concealer, and I think that on like a no makeup day, it would be perfect as well. So I've really been loving RMS and their products, so I'm excited to keep trying it. The packaging is also super gorgeous, very tiny, thin, frosted glass. It's beautiful. It's really, really, really well thought out. I love it. Next, the probably the most exciting thing, I think, for me anyways. This just came in the mail today. This is the Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Pressed Powder in the shade Translucent. The packaging is very reflective and it's definitely got some fingerprints on it already. Um, the packaging is gorgeous. I actually had to pick this up from the Hourglass website because it sold out on Sephora during the VIB sale. But they did come out with it during the VIB sale, which was awesome. So here's the powder. I got translucent, and then here's the little, it's like a fuzzy puff. It's really nice. The puff is very nice, but it goes right here like this. And it's specifically, I think when I was reading about it, made a lot for touch-ups, easy on the go touch-ups, especially the puff at least. But I did use a little bit of the corner of the puff underneath my eyes, and this powder did exactly what I thought it was going to do. I picked up an Hourglass powder assuming that it was going to make my skin look absolutely airbrushed. And I did one half of my face first and then the other half. And I was a little hesitant because I used that full coverage foundation. But I used a powder brush. Did I use a... Yeah, I did. What powder brush did I use? Oh, yes. I used the BK Beauty, this one, the Nikki LaRose N17. I used the powder side, and I used it all over my face, and it looks incredible. It made that foundation that I was a little hesitant about in the beginning look airbrushed. Like, it's just flawless. It is so, so good. This is a first impression, but holy cow. This powder, oh my gosh. And I decided to go with the translucent rather than the light translucent, I think, the more like pinkier-ish looking one, because the Jouer powder that I've been absolutely loving has a little bit more of this kind of undertone to it. So I thought it might be pretty similar to that one. And that one has also knocked my socks off. So this is incredible. I love that it comes with the sponge. I think that so far, holy cow, I'm going to have to try it with a few more foundations, but this has seriously impressed me. I don't know if I'm going to dislike anything I tried today, guys. I think my makeup looks super awesome. Okay, next, we're going to talk about the new RMS bronzer. This is the Redimension Hydra Bronzer in the shade Beach Walk Betty. This is the lightest shade that they came out with. They came out with 4 different shades, and this is incredible. I don't have a bad thing to say about this. It is not super pigmented, but it's like a natural bronze. And from anything that I've seen, all those videos of Rosemary Swift, she's so cute. I love this brand and how she's created it. But like, I was expecting a natural bronze, and that's what you get. That's what you get with this. You get exactly what you're expecting. It has a very nice, cool, neutral undertone. Not cool. I wouldn't say cool. It's just neutral. It's just a really great neutral undertone bronzer. It does not look too orange. It doesn't look too yellow or red on me. I just love it. I absolutely love this. And I thought that I would. I mean, the blushes are my top tier holy grail blush formula. This is the blush that I wore today, Maiden's Blush, because I just go through my collection and pick the blush that matches my aesthetic for that day the best and use it. And this was, I mean, this is no exception to the rule. This is incredible. If you were thinking about picking up a new bronzer, this is my favorite of the 3 recent bronzer purchases that I've made. Let me know down in the comments. Do you want me to do a big bronzer comparison? I think I want to rank maybe like my top 10, top 5 bronzers and swatch them, show them to you guys. So let me know if you're interested in that down in the comments. I would love to do that for you. But this is good. This is good stuff. It looks so natural and nice. I love it. Next, we're going to talk about this. This is the Fenty Beauty Demi Glow Light Diffusing Highlighter in the shade Pretty Pearls 01. So I have used this a few times. This is not my first impression of this. And I initially, I mean, Fenty Beauty releases really don't excite me that much. They're like, um, with Rare Beauty and all that, it's just meh. Celebrity brands, they get very, very hyped up. But so initially, I was not very interested. However, I did mention in one of my Get It or Forget It videos, I like wanted to pick this up for scientific reasons, for scientific purposes, because all the swatches online looked like this was going to be way too dark for my skin tone. And I have a lighter skin tone. I'm not even the lightest of skin tones. So I was like, why would they come out with this if it's not going to work for light skin tones? Like, and there is I don't know how many shades there are of this, like 6, 12, I don't know, a lot. So, I was like, the lightest one's not even going to work for me, but it does. This is much lighter, I think, than the swatches that are online. I think those pictures are maybe a little bit enhanced or changed or something, because this works incredible for my skin tone. And this might be the most blinding highlight in my collection. It is absolutely gorgeous. If you want to be seen from space, this is it. It's absolutely beautiful. I really, really am in love with this formula. I think that it's limited edition, which is just so disappointing, because this is something special. This is gorgeous. Not a Lit From Within, opposite of Lit From Within, which I am digging with this full coverage. Like, yes, so not Lit From Within, but gorgeous. Okay, what everybody's here for, this is the new Viseart Paris Rêveries Étendue palette. I picked this up because one of you lovely people asked to see my review on it, and that, I cannot tell you how happy that makes my heart. But here we are. So, this is my second purchase from Viseart. I picked up the Cashmere Charmeuse palette initially. And my complaint about this Viseart palette was that I didn't feel like it had enough depth. It didn't go light enough, didn't go dark enough. I felt like every single look I were to create with this one would look similar, And I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing. That's just, this palette is that, and that's it. It was just, that's how I felt. But the formula still really surprised me. And this one, oh my gosh, guys. Okay, so the packaging is exquisite. I love I just love it. Viseart, this has like little Eiffel Towers on it, and the Viseart is an Eiffel Tower, like in the middle. I think it's incredible. The packaging is amazing. And this palette has so much more opportunity, I feel, than the original, the Cashmere Charmeuse I picked up. I think that with the purples, it has like cool tone purples, purpley violets, and like warmer toned peaches, and it's just a very spring feeling palette to me. I think it's a perfect release for right now. Like, it screams spring to me. I love the peaches. I love the purples. They're not my favorite color to wear, but these purples look exquisitely done. I love them. It's like, if I'm going to wear purple, it's going to be those colors purple. Those types of purples, So I absolutely love this. I love the look I created today. I think it's so, so gorgeous. This Viseart, all of the little pans are magnetic, which tells me that it's made for makeup artists. And I think that there is absolutely no fallout. Like, I don't know what kind of magic glue is in these eyeshadows, but once they touch my natural hair brushes, I do use Refer brushes, so that might make a difference. But once they touch my Refer brushes and then go in my eye, there's no fallout. Like, what is that? That's crazy. That's crazy cool. So if fallout bothers you at all, Viseart is my number one recommendation. I don't know if I have any other palettes that like don't fall out at all. And I didn't knock anything off. I didn't tap off my brushes. I just did what I always do, and there's no fallout. So that is incredible. I still need to pick up a quad or two. I am super interested in this brand now. Viseart has definitely caught my attention. I know that there's a lot of people in my comments and my friendly subscribers who love Viseart, so I am really glad I picked this up. I think if you love these tones, the pinks and the not pinks, the purples and the peaches and the browns, and it does have so much depth, and I mean, you could create so many looks with this. I think if you love these tones, 100% pick this up. This is incredible. Incredible formula. I can't believe I've slept on Viseart for so long. And I think that, like, together, if I use them together, I would get such an incredible eyeshadow look. So I think that this is amazing. Definitely, if you were thinking about it, pick it up. Okay, and last, but certainly not least, we are going to talk about this. This is a new purchase for me. I know it's a cult favorite. This is the Dior Lip Glow Oil Color Reviver Cherry Oil. I got mine in the shade 012 Rosewood. Rosewood, for me, is one of those buzzwords. If I see rosewood, I'm like, okay, that's mine. Purchase. I don't know what it is. It's like pinky browns and rosewood. Yes. So this is what I have on my lips. I used my Lisa Eldridge, the new pencil. She came out in shade 2N or N2. And then I went in with this. And I love this. I love this, guys. I really love this. I recently picked up this one too. This is the Guerlain lip oil, and I love this more, just a little bit more, because this has a minty scent to it. And I don't think it has any kind of like plumping quality, but that minty scent, it kind of feels cooling on the lips when you put it on. And it still looks super glossy and really oily right now. And I'm really impressed by it, because I have my drink right here next to me, and like a little bit comes off, of course, because I'm drinking something, but there's still so much left on my lips. I think that it's going to be very long lasting, which is my gripe with the Milk lip oil that I recently tried out. It just doesn't last like at all. And I just love that minty smell. I love it. I love the minty smell and taste, and that one might be my top favorite lip oil that I've tried recently, because we're also in the age of lip oils in the makeup world. So so yes, I have heard people complain about the price of this, and it's been around for so long, and I think it's worth it. I think it's my favorite. I really love it a lot. I know it's really expensive for a lip oil, but it's good. It's a good one. So, okay, that is all the new makeup I wanted to chat with you guys about today. Let me know down in the comments, have you picked any of these things up? What are your thoughts? Are you interested? Any of the things? And yeah, I love how my makeup turned out today. I really love it a lot. So, if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. I love and appreciate you. Give this video a thumbs up if you love videos like this, and I will see you in my next one. Bye! Ugh. Okay, the big one that you're probably waiting for is this new hair cinnamon. Is this oh yeah, winter edition. not winter anymore. It's probably going to go away.